Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to part 2 of Kunst Remember Archive album. Sorry, I forgot English there for a second. I've been vibing along with this album almost too much to the point where I was really tempted to go and take like a power nap earlier, but knowing me, if I take a power nap now, I'm not going to wake up until like 11 p.m., and that's not good for my already insomniac brain. So, we're going to jump right back into the rest of the album real quick. We're going to start off with the song Slip featuring Big Naughty and work our way through the rest of the album. So, here we go. It is about an hour later since we finished the first half of the album. And I'm feeling a little bit refreshed now. Had a little bit of a snack, had a couple oranges, got my water, which fortunately is like run out at this point, but a little bit refreshed now, so let's vibe out with some more Code Kunst music. Here we go, featuring Naughty. Let's send it.
마치고 돌아온 나를 맞이하는 건 바로 다름 아닌 이불 물론 그 속에 잠든 너의 입술 작은 소리로 내게 털어놓는 나의 오늘 잔을 비우고
We checked out Big Naughty's solo release a little while ago, and that was really cool. One with Suyeon from Aku. This one's got a little bit of pace behind it. Still vibey, but it's got a little bit of pace. Nice little vocal run to finish the chorus there, and then back into this vibey, pacey verse. Not that he broke free from the key there with the flat 4, I think. Bonafide outro. Yeah, it's been this. I hate using the word vibey because it's not a very intelligent word to describe music. When I say vibey, is it's kind of like an all-encompassing word in a way, but there isn't like actual musical meaning behind it. But this entire album has just been vibes, and it's really chill. And I don't know if this is this is typical of K-hip hop, or if this is like typical of Code Kunst's musical style, because I know neither very well, if at all. Like, I was fully like psyching myself out to like actually like try and break down stuff, but it's been extremely palatable, and I really appreciate that. As like someone who's not well versed in the genre, I'm not scared to listen to this album so far. even even on the tracks that were like really heavily like based around rap, like the track earlier with Wu and Tiger JK and oh no, I've forgotten the name. Just This, yeah. In Shine, like that was a really rap heavy song, but still, it wasn't overwhelming. It didn't feel like I was like I've been pushed into the deep end at all, and I really appreciate that. Okay. Next song, a little bit featuring Davida. We got vibes again. Nice little descent there.
Every night I would cry over sandcastles, wash away goodbyes, felt like glass. I would bleed, they would all read the lines well rehearsed. 19, was I really that blind? Oh, for sure, I've been there.
Super smooth vocals.
So forgotten, down bad, thrown away soon somehow. Found a way, but I need to be strong. Just a little bit more, just a little bit, just a little bit harder, a little bit stronger, little bit more, just a little bit selfish, little bit more, just a little bit more, little bit stronger, a little bit more, little bit harder, a little bit more, little bit stronger, a little bit strong, little bit stronger. I know I said I'd do it then.
Oh. I don't know what this effect is called, but it's really interesting. It pairs with Davida's voice really well because it's so different. It's like the polar opposite of Davida's smooth, rich vocals.
Being down, so I'm living in the past is what I need to be strong. Just a little bit more, just a little bit, just a little bit harder, a little bit stronger, little bit more, just a little bit selfish, little bit more, just a little bit more, little bit stronger, a little bit more, little bit harder, a little bit more, little bit stronger, a little bit strong, little bit stronger.
I could hear this playing on the radio here in the UK, or like over the speakers at like the mall. It's a very marketable song, I think, in the Western market, the way this song sounds. Oh, we got a little bit of vocal harmony now.
Such a shame we were with her when it's colder. Won't you stay, cause I need you to be closer. I fantasize, I need you to survive, I need you to be mine. I laid on the line. I'm so used to being down, so I'm living in the past is what I need to be strong. Just a little bit more, just a little bit, just a little bit harder, a little bit stronger.
I hear the little woo-ahs in the background. I want a little bit more forward in the mix though. Give me a little bit more woo-wah. This is a long outro. Okay. the guitar shine a little bit on that one. Okay. That one's interesting. That one I think is... I don't hate the song. I thought I really liked the song because it's super vibey and it's very Western. Like, it's a song that I could see myself just like hearing walking out and about town here in the UK. But it's I think the longest song on the album, isn't it? It was like 4.5 minutes. Yeah, that was 4.5 minutes. It's the longest song on the album. And a lot of times when a song is like long, sometimes like on especially high energy songs, you don't feel 4 minutes go by, and it feels like it's only like 2.5 minutes. That one, it truly felt like it was a 4.5 minute song. Like it just, I wish there was more vocal progression or like melodic progression in general. 'Cause I feel like apart from like the very subtle addition of a vocal harmony in the final chorus, it was pretty much just the same motif repeated over 2.5, 3 verses. I just wish we got a little bit more of a change up so like it kept the sound fresh because it felt like it was, for me at least, it was kind of just like one constant level of energy the entire time. And I just want a little bit of something that would like spice it up or like change it up a little bit in a way where it's like, okay, okay, I'm seeing what you changed here. Like I like it. I'm giving, like I want, like a constant stream is nice, but I like my ebbs and flows a little bit. I wish it had a little bit more ebbs and flows in it, but that's okay. It's a 17 song album. There was bound to be at least one song on here I just didn't vibe with as much as all the other ones. But moving on, 55. We checked out the MV for it. Admittedly, I kind of blacked out during that reaction. I don't actually know what happened, but I feel like I forgot to talk about it musically. So let's go. Send it. Featuring Yeringbek again, with the addition of Wendy. Oh, that's right. This was a song that was in triple meter, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3. '55 is another one of those songs where it's doing a thing where it's the instrumental is staying clear of the vocal top line. I think I explained it in the MV reaction, but if I didn't, we'll run it again. The instrumental is only coming in on the first beat of each measure so that the vocal part can just flow. Also, like, stylistically, Wendy and Yeringbek's voice fits really well together. Very similar vocal colors. The delivery is a little bit different, but
I don't always even a minute.
it's a good combo on the feature artist. And I think it's the only song on the album so far that's been in triple meter. It's very interesting. Get a compositional choice, and the entire album's pretty much been in 4. This 55's in 3. I think 55 doesn't break into can't isn't divisible by 3, right? 25, yeah, it's 18 and a third. Math, quick maths. Anyways, Terminal featuring Subin, Kid Millie, and Chai. Go. We're going with the chill vibe again. Nice introduction of the rap verse with going from the low vocal, building up into the high vocal, let that final high note just kind of disappear into the clouds, and then bringing in the rap verse underneath it. Nice style.
Yeah. Looking for you at this terminal. Don't be afraid I'm a criminal. A late night okay, so my says my is Jimmy feeling. I don't want this anymore. bitch 하나 네 도시에서 유일한 저 멀리로 떠나자 둘이서 마른 것보다 커. 너날 찾는 어떤 연락 보이는 것뭐 옷같아 나 보석 따위로 막.
Playing with the accentuated syllables a little bit here.
서둘러 떠나 회색빛 여기 너 때문에 빨개 나로 잠시 편해져 빨리.
And then bring back in the melodic top line again. Okay.
같은 밤을 서로 다른 우린 여기 내 온몸에 남은 너의 잔향 top to the bottom yeah pain I don't want it yeah love
that transition back into the rap verse was really interesting because it was kind of like cold turkeying it back into the rap verse, but it didn't feel like it. It felt like a natural transition. But there was no actual like musical thing to like assist that transition. It was just rap verse, melody, vocal melody, and then back into rap verse. Clean transition, nice clean cut, and then back into the vocals again. Not much in the way of like a transition buffer in between, just nice clean cut, next part, clean cut, next part. It's working. Again, a very long outro sequence. Yeah, a really long outro sequence. I feel like the way the songs are ending in the latter half of this album are longer than the first half. I don't know if that's just me or not. Doing style choice. Again, I feel like the album kind of had its ebbs and flows, but now we're in like the bottom of the ebb. I need a flow here sooner or later. I need a little bit of an energy injection. Or else because like I'm getting very heavy like lullaby feels, especially because I tend to sway to the beat a lot. Now that we're getting a lot of these like slower songs in this section of the album, I'm actually like lulling myself to sleep. It's like I'm like physically rocking myself to sleep listening to this. It's such a nice. The songs are all so calming in a way. Like there isn't anything too shrill that pops up. There isn't anything too jarring about it. It's just the beat kind of flows into your head, and it just kind of like washes all the busyness away, and it just it's like nice and peaceful and tranquil in my head now. This is not the mental state that I was expecting to be in listening to this album, but I'm pleasantly surprised by it. All right, next song, Petty featuring Camo and Paul Blanco.
There's always gonna be one of those dark days, babe. I'm never gonna know how to deal with it. Oh, there's always gonna be one of those dark days.
That beat teasing us a little bit there.
I'm never gonna know how to deal with it. Oh, hold me close, I'm fading. I wanna roll with you. I'm in a brand new blue Mercedes. I wanna change your mind. If you go roll with me like I'm gon' roll with ya, roll with ya. If you go roll with me like I'm gon' roll with ya, roll with ya.
It's a different type of chill, but it's still that chill vibe, isn't it? Interesting choice in filtering the vocal top line, making it sound. There's like a little buzz added in the vocal filter for the vocal top line that's making it sound like a synthesizer more than the actual synthesizer in the song. It's really interesting.
She likes rich boys, so I became one. But now she telling me that I'm different. Oh, she likes rich boys, so I became one. Girl, that's on my mind and cause these ass crazy. The way you made me fucking hate me. So I gotta stay on my feelings. I've been looking around for some time. I don't really know why I try, but I don't wanna know why. And I don't wanna know why. Hold me close, I'm fading. I wanna roll with you.
Interesting that there's 2 feature artists on here, but it sounds like there's like 4. I don't know if Camo is one artist or if it's a duo or a group. But with the way the voices are mixed, it sounds like there's 4 different voices, which is super cool. This like almost like robotic high tone, and then like almost synth-like middle tone, and then Paul Blanco's more natural tone. Interesting mix. Lots of different mixing styles going on here. it's like showcasing every stage of how much like audio filtering you do on each vocal part. And it's like the most neutral like raw tone you can get is like Paul Blanco's, and then you add like a layer of vocal filtering for every different voice that I'm assuming Camo is being brought in on. But cool mixing choice, cool composition. Like from a music production point of view, that was really interesting to listen to. Next up, 911 featuring Jackson Wang. Okay.
We can take it slow. Stay up till the morning. Just taking this moment. We can take
This one might have some pace behind it.
Stay up till the morning. Just taking
This beat has the potential to be pretty quick.
Turn around for me, baby. My heart in your hand is breaking down. You lock me up with your scent. Let a two-piece on you, girl. Look me in the eyes, cause we're going down. Too much of you asking why I do this, but I love you, girl. Locking eyes on a rock, we smiling, don't deny, but the feeling's true. Tell me, girl, babe, you can say it now. I know that I need you the most, cause I got you now. Baby, I wanna know tonight. You know that I got you now.
This combination of the low synths with the almost synth-like guitar in the middle and Jackson kind of floating up on the top is a really nice fit. Also, the album needed a song like this because it was really slow and like vibey for the past like 4 songs, it feels like. I'm glad we got a little bit of an energetic one.
It's always 3 a.m. you calling. I know you want me just for now. You know I'm down, but what's now? You're always leaving a note. Nah, baby, don't want you to ask me why. Every night when you call me mine, tell me if I'm wrong. Saying that night you don't mind, even doing nothing, killing time. We know
That synthy guitar in the background is it's a very nice touch.
I wanna know tonight. You know that I got you now. Baby, I wanna know tonight.
And that chorus with the head voice little ad libs and the almost raspy low head voice that he does, really nice pairing.
We feel deep inside.
Peep the high note.
Cause I got you now. Baby, I wanna know tonight. You know that I got you now. I wanna know tonight. Cause I got you now. Cause I got you now.
Really cool way to end the song where like Jackson's top line almost sounds like he's running out of breath or like losing his voice.
Baby.
Just the extra injection of air into his vocal delivery at the end of the song there was a really nice touch. That one is really cool. He had a very palatable song, a much needed injection of energy, I feel like. It's like off the rip right now, I think it's one of my favorites. But it may be recency bias, but also the fact that it's a song that was much needed in terms of like how the album was going. But no, 9/11 featuring Jackson Wang. Very cool. Alright, next up we have Crew featuring Kugi, Palo Alto, and Chin. Okay.
Come through, you can bring your friends, they can come too. I'ma bring my guys, I'm a hacker. We can get it started. Come through, you can bring your friends, they can come
This one's got some pace behind it as well.
Yeah, yeah. Look him in
now I can fly 난 밑으로 다시 못 가 가만히 불안해 떨고 있을 틈 없어 moving smartly yeah 내 편이 아닌 못 긴겨 네가 진짜라면 link up 떨어질 뻔했지만 다시 back 안 돼 보여 나만의 손을 놓네 덕분에 이제야 내 팀만 옆에 내
Hello, 808 in the background.
난 사랑을 해 I don't swing the way 끝내지 않아 우리 싱겁게 손가락 스쳐보내 컵 같아 I pull up on my city came a long way 앞으로 나면 테란 죽었네 원하면 다 길의 결과로 내매 보여주기 전에 난 말을 왜 듣지 않아 남의 말에 홀리지 않네 떨어질 때도 없어 더는 들리지 않네
Come to, I'm up in my cars, I'm a hungry. We can get it started. Come through. You can bring it
I like that there's no 808 for this section, and that it's really treble heavy. It's a nice touch. Because once the rap verse comes back in, and it comes in with the 808, you feel the bottom end kick back in again.
나는 랩으로 이겨낸 놈 나는 랩으로 일어낸 놈 나의 재능을 의심해도 이미 최고라 피식해버려 홀로 태어나 홀로 가도 이 여정은 친구가 너무 많아 너무 혼자서 딴 것처럼 너무 혼자서 잘난 척 20년 역사를 걸은 산증인 여전히 일거리가 늘어가는 중이지 코코니 레이블이 없을 때도
Is this Palo Alto?
시대도 나는 여기에 또 죽여주지 어떤 트렌드에도 지랄하지만 감히 나에 대해서 떠들다가
I feel like I recognize this tone.
네가 돈을 못 번 건 내 탓이 아니야 들어봐 네
That's
꼴을
Palo
줘.
Altos. I know LKTV did a deep dive into Palo Alto a little while ago, and I was in a stream for that, and it reminds me of him a lot. But yeah, this song and the way it's playing with the 808 is super cool. Because it's towing with the flow of the song in a way that's almost directly inverse to how pop music does it.
넌 왜 너만 저러면 되지 왜 딴 길로 넌 왜 꼭 그렇게만 가야 길이 한 길로 넌 왜 그렇게 사는 거야 반골로 난 역사에 남겨야 돼 아폴로 그래 넌 그렇게 남아 아이돌로 삶에 중요한 건 많아 돈도 명예도 있지만 말야 근데 사람은 말야 이걸 잊으면 넌 사람이 아니야 너 옆에를 잡아 너만 보고 있는 너 사람들 말야 우리 실만 시킬 수 없으니 또 달리는 거야 이건 당연한 거야 의리도 없는 놈이 뭐가 래퍼야 래퍼가 되기 전에 남자가 되라 책임을 갖는 걸 찬스로 해라 우리는 삽질에 또 혼자가 아니니 오케이 돈은 따라와 이번엔 또 Money is switch lane Money is switch lane
You can bring a friend, you can come too. I'm up in my cars, I'm a hungry. We can get it started. Come through. You can bring a friend, you can come too. I'm up in my cars, I'm a hungry. We can get it started.
Okay. Yeah, with Crew, that song from a compositional standpoint of someone who's very, like, much K-pop centric and K-pop oriented is very clever. Because on that song, the top line doesn't really change all that much. You know, it's a pretty quick rapid fire flow from all the features on it. And like the melodic top line in general, when there is one, is a pretty simple it's very quick rhythm, lots of syncopation, and it's synthesized like little Vocaloid effect on it. The bottom instrumental below it doesn't also change all that often. And I'm finding that that's a pretty big constant throughout this album, is that the instrumental section doesn't change all that much throughout the song. And when it comes to a song where, like, from a pop song point of view, a song progresses from beginning to end through, like, the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus, and you can kind of piece together which way the song is going to, like, go in terms of, like, ebbs and flows based off of what part of the song it is. So, like, the verse is, like, the build-up into the pre-chorus, which usually tends to drop in energy only to build back up into the chorus, which is like your big energetic flourish. With Crew, you take away the moving melodic top line. You also remove the moving energy of the middle instrumental part, a la a typical pop song. The only way then to change the energy of the song is the reintroduction and the removal of the bottom 808. So like the like Vocaloid, like really quick part, which I'm gonna call the chorus for lack of a better term right now. But like that doesn't have the 808 until the very end because it's supposed to be this, like light, like almost hippity hoppity kind of beat. But once the rappers come in, that 808 kicks back in, and it hits so much harder because of the fact that the Vocaloid part is in a much higher register than the rapping that comes after and before it. Combined with the fact that there is no 808, it's a super treble heavy section of the song. Once the rappers come in, all the bottom end kicks back in, and then it's a super bass heavy re-entry and super heavy bass in the verse. And it makes the verse hit so much harder because the chorus section is so gentle in comparison. Very cool composition style. Now, Rec Stop. I think this might be the last song on the album, right? Yes. Okay, Rec Stop featuring Minoi. Here we go. Typically, on a standard pop album, we would get a ballad as the last song on the album. It's sounding like this is much the same case. Oh, the breathy delivery. Chilling. Interesting harmony and layering going on there. For some reason, this song sounds a lot more intimate than the rest of the album. Like, it sounds like a microphone was put in the middle of a living room, and Minoi is just strumming along on her guitar and singing, like on the living room couch as like a gentle rain shower hits the window. Like there's hardly any mixing going on in her vocals, and I think that's where the intimacy element comes from. Nice layering. That was a style switch. Okay. What an interesting little instrumental break. What an interesting mix. Okay. That was kind of what I was expecting until the instrumental break happened, and then all of a sudden we were transported to this. I don't even know how to describe it at that point. It's like there's something so intimate and personal about one singular acoustic guitar and a vocalist, and just those two elements being the only part of the song. I love stuff like that because it feels so personal, and it feels like you're experiencing the true nature of what that artist is like. And like Minoi's delivery when it's super quiet, and it's like you can almost feel the air in her delivery through your headphones or your speakers or whatever you're listening on. And then all of a sudden we go into this like cinematic space, like massive space event, big boom, all of a sudden massive flourish of instrumentals, and it was just like, how did we get here? And then we're back into that soft, gentle, personal Minoi at the very end. And it was like a little bit of weird audio flickering in the background, was like the background harmonies. I don't know if that was my headphones tweaking out or if that was the actual part of the mix itself. But it's like there's all of a sudden this like little interruption, if you will, of just everything happened at once, and you're left wondering, what just happened? And it's like business resumed. But it's not like the mid-song genre flip that you kind of see out of like the K-pop world, but it gives a very similar vibe to it. It does the exact same job as a mid-song genre switch, but executed in a much different way. Because the song technically doesn't change, it's just the instrumentals all rush in at once like they're doing a prison break or something. Really interesting. Okay. What an adventure that was. That ended up being probably close to like an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes of listening to the album and just talking about it. And I'm pleasantly surprised. This was my first foray into music of this type, and just like the K hip hop genre in general. Again, I'm not well versed in this field, or like this section in the corner of K music. So I don't know if this is considered K hip hop. But like from what very little I know about K hip hop, I was expecting something a little bit more in your face, loud, brash, and just like what you typically associate with K hip hop. You know, lots of rhythm, lots of rhythm, lots of flows, lots of rapping, things like that. But this was a surprisingly chill and relaxing album. Like, even on the songs that heavily emphasized rapping throughout, I didn't feel at all overwhelmed or like out of my element listening to this. In fact, it was so relaxing and so chilling that I was fighting off like lulling myself to sleep for like a good majority of the songs. And not because I hated them, or because I was bored of them, because I was vibing with them so heavily that I was just like gently swaying back and forth to the beat, and that's all my brain was thinking about, was that nice smooth gentle beat, and that little like gentle rocking motion while I'm comfortable in my chair was like essentially being rocked to sleep by the album. It's a really cool thing. I liked it. It was a very beginner friendly album, I think. At least for me it was. So I could break it down musically. It wasn't anything too far out of the ordinary that I wasn't used to. I feel like we got a taste of it helps to have so many feature artists on it, because I feel like we got to experience a lot of people, at least for me, for the first time ever. So very good fun. Remember archive album from Code Kunst. Good stuff. And hopefully we get to hear some stuff from the feature artists and Code Kunst moving forward. Maybe on like typically we get a lot of these feature artists on OST Saturdays. Because again, like, this realm of K music isn't really my like focus point. But I'd be interested to hear some like other stuff, maybe like on my own, or I know we're doing viewer requests right now, and if people want to put in some K hip hop stuff, you're more than free to do so. But this was a very pleasant experience, and I very much enjoyed it. Hopefully you did as well. But that's it for me today. Thank you all for watching and listening along. If you did enjoy and want to see what channel icon is up there, you can find the back catalog of stuff I watched in the past. Drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with whenever I upload new videos. And if you want to watch another video right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time, bye bye.